Good evening. This is Kemi Amalulu Olunlayer. I'm very sorry. This broadcast is quite late. I announced it for 8 o'clock, and it's now probably 8:30. There's a lot going on in Abuja with the Christmas concert, and I'm covering quite a few things today. And I'm trying to eat dinner at the same time, but I'm going to do this broadcast very professionally and very sincerely because it's very important, and it's regarding what is going on in our country right now. I'm not concerned about the Christmas concert in Abuja. What I'm concerned is about what's going to happen. Um, we have a crisis right now, and the crisis is called the Nigerian presidential debate scam. And this is the topic of my video. I want you to please listen carefully to me. I've had a long day, but my day is never ending until I've gotten everything straight and the facts are straight. So I can see a lot of you are even coming to the broadcast now. Thank you so much for joining me. I'm Kemi Omalulu, a journalist, pharmacist, and PR specialist. Those are the degrees. But I'm also an activist, a gun violence activist while I was in Canada. And in Nigeria, I'm still a community and political activist. I told Punch I'm now a political activist. I told them that in 2017, June, almost 20 months ago. What is a political activist? We're supposed to activate for political causes, not for politicians per se, but for political causes. And my political cause, okay, is that I am backing a candidate for president. And for me, if I'm backing somebody for president, I want to see that person tell me what they have to offer me as president. And so, earlier this year in April, Omoyele Sowore, the founder of Sahara Reporters, announced to the world that he was going to run for the presidency in 2019. I thought I was dreaming. And you guys watched my interview with Sahara Reporters. I said clearly on the interview that I now called Yele in New York. Yele was very kind to me. He was the one that put that fundraiser up on Sahara Reporters to get me my medical donations that most of you, as some of you, donated to. Okay, putting it on Sahara was very good because it spread the news for me. That's a big platform, Nigeria's biggest news platform with transparency. Well, I got interested in Yele because I know the kind of work he does. Sowore is a dynamic, well-defined journalist when it comes to transparency in our fraudulent political and even media establishment. Nigeria has a fraudulent political and media establishment. I'm telling you, I mean, some of the media establishments we have in Nigeria are owned by the very same politicians. And so we have to be very careful with endorsements. Like in America, when you're running for president, the New York Times endorsed Hillary Clinton, the Washington Post endorsed this one. You can't do that in Nigeria because the people that are going to endorse you in the media also are owned by the politicians. Ashiwaju owns TVC, Dokbesi owns AIT, different political parties, even Awolowo owned the Tribune, you know? Yele Sowore owns Sahara Reporters, but he's an aspiring politician to be president. No one's saying it's bad. But when you become a big media magnate and you use that authority to destabilize the country and the voters like me, we must speak out. Kemi Olunlayo speaks out. I speak out because I am also the voice of many of you that can't speak out. Going to the point. The presidential debates have been determined. I don't know how many they're going to have, but the first one is in January, and Yele Sowore was excluded. He's not the only one that was excluded. Even Alistair Shoyode was excluded. Quite a few of them were excluded. And I have a problem with that. Let's go to America. In the United States, if you have a debate, they want to narrow it down to the people that are going to actually win. Let's go to Donald Trump. During the 2016 election, Trump debated with almost 12 people in the Republican Party, and that's the Republican primaries debate. There were 12 podiums, 12 people standing there arguing to the people, arguing to the masses, arguing to the American people who are Republicans, registered Republican voters, to tell them, what am I going to do for you? What do I have to offer to you as president of this country? So the television station that aired that, CNN, had to come up with 12 podiums. Now, if you're Nigerian and your country is a democracy that has 65 presidential candidates, you need to put 65 podiums in the room. That's not our business. That's your business. I don't have my iPad here or the other phone, but it's the National Association of something broadcasts something election, the association that banned them from debating. If you're a broadcast association for elections, you have the responsibility to me, the voter, to have my candidate debate. In 2015, we fought this thing with President Buhari. President Buhari did not want to debate with Jonathan. He didn't. Everybody had their placard, you must debate, you must debate. I mean, look at what Ogundamisi said on Nigeria Decides last week. Kayode said President Buhari doesn't have to debate. You know, Kayode is Buhari's hype man. One of them, next level. Kayode said he doesn't have to debate. He's campaigning around the country. He can tell people his mandate there. You know, blah, blah, blah. And there's issues with Buhari being old, being tired, knowing how to speak proper English, all that different stuff. So suddenly, Buhari's going to debate in 2019. Am I correct? Am I hearing this now? There are no front runners in these elections. For me, I haven't seen a front runner. Those of you that want to recycle Atiku, good luck to you. But when I did my interview with Sahara reporters, I clearly stated the reason why I am voting for Yele Sowore. That reason is because I don't want a recycled leader back in Nigeria. Guys, in 2015, go watch my video on Facebook, the Inyako video about recycled leaders. Nigeria does not need a recycled leader. None. Stop putting this cabal of rogues, killers, and whatnot. Innocent Nigerians have been killed all day long, and it always starts right around the election time. Yele Sowore wants to talk about issues. He's the only candidate that actually went out of his way to do town hall meetings all over Nigeria to let the people know who he is and what he's up to and what he has to offer. It wasn't campaigning. There were town hall meetings. Clearly, INEC didn't want campaigning. Okay? All these BON stations, we're not happy. Okay? We are not happy. Journalism and media is under fire in the world right now. Journalism. While we're under fire, one journalist gets killed in his own embassy. Imagine me going to the Nigerian embassy in Istanbul and they kill me in there. They can try it. I don't put anything past them. Wasn't that what was going on at the U.S. Embassy in Washington? If I start to talk, like Tiwa Savage sang that song, if I start to talk about what happened in that Nigerian embassy and all the juju they threw all over that embassy when Rotimi was there as the ambassador, and Yaradua recalled him. I'm going to talk about that in a separate video. Not to talk of a journalist who had a green card and was under asylum in America, Jamal Khashoggi. You know about him, Times Person of the Year. Thank you, Time. I requested that too before they chose it. I'm good at predicting things. I gotta tell you, Yele Sowore wants to discuss the issues we heard on the town hall meeting trail. And then when the campaign happened and they opened the campaigns, Yele started campaigning actively. Some of the stuff he mentioned in the town hall meetings have to do with the concrete issues that we need to know. Security in Nigeria, corruption in Nigeria, infrastructure, health, name it. He went through it all. Not only did he travel around Nigeria, but Yele also traveled around countries outside Nigeria to reach Nigerians in the diaspora. Because when you do that, you might give them an incentive to come home. Look what happened to me. Obasanjo campaigned all the way to America. I heard what he had to say. Come on, we'll give you jobs. Some people didn't come home, some did. Some went home and got jobs, some didn't. I stayed. At the end of the day, Buhari also did the same in 2015, diaspora. Buhari has been everywhere in the diaspora this year. When he goes to sign all his papers and his $1 million deals with China and this one and that one, he makes an effort to meet the Nigerians living in that country. That I commend him for, and tells them to come home. But nobody wants to come home. I did a live Instagram thing yesterday, and a girl in Toronto, Canada, has been there 1 year, fled there, doesn't want to come home. She knows what she left behind. Yele went all across the diaspora, Canada, US, different states, to tell people what I have to what I have to give you so that you can come home. I'm leaving Nigeria after the elections. Okay, I'm getting married and I'm leaving Nigeria, I've told you. And when I leave Nigeria, the place where I'm going to be living, I'm going to be doing a lot of work there. I'm still running my platform, HNN Africa. And it's a busy year for me, 2019, because I have to travel anyway. On my social media tour. 30 years on social media. I want to see every African president. We have to do something about destabilization of the masses and the youth in Nigeria. This presidential debate by Bond and channels and everybody is a scam. Repeat after me. This 2019 presidential debate, this January 1, is a scam. Maybe they'll have another one in February before the elections and add Yele to it. But this January 1 is a scam. Don't you watch it. You have nothing to watch unless your candidate's there. Young people that are planning to articulate themselves. You have somebody who was in the government before. You're recycling them and you want to change Nigeria. They signed not too young to run for you. You still sat down there and didn't get into the elections. Let me tell you something. If I like political parties that much, okay, I'll probably run for something. Yele has a party. I haven't joined any party because I'm not a politician. I'm not a card-carrying member of any party, but that doesn't mean I'm not a voter. I'm a political activist. I visited INEC about 30 days ago in Oyo State, and I gotta tell you, you have the video, you've seen it on Instagram. I'll post it again on YouTube. I have one on YouTube, but I have to post you the one. Outside INEC, there's a photograph of every candidate that wants to be the president of Nigeria. I even zoomed the camera to Yele's picture, Atiku's picture, Buhari's picture. All candidates are displayed outside INEC as credible registered candidates, and all their diplomas, all their certificates are on those walls all the way. Thank God I did it in Oyo State. You may not know where your own is in your state. You have to go to your INEC office, but I will post that video here. And on that video, it says they are credible, they are duly registered, and all their credentials are in. No, nothing wrong. They're perfect to go. So now, why are we excluding them from the debate? It does not make sense. It's a scam. You're trying to destabilize, cheat, and become LCFs. You guys know my terms on the internet, SBNI, smart but not intelligent. I have LCF too. So coin that after me, LCF, liars, cheats, and frauds. This election is all about LCFs, liars, cheats, and frauds. I have some candidates in the PDP who are running for Senate, who are running for governor. I have candidates in the APC who are running for House of Reps, who are running for Senate. I have candidates in APGA. Many of these candidates are my friends. I support them. I love them. However, I'm supporting them because of them. I support candidates, not political parties. Support your favorite candidate. My favorite candidate for presidency might not be the same for governor, might not be the same for other things. But Omoyele Sowore is my candidate for president of the Federal Republic of Nigeria, and he will win. I visited INEC as a courtesy visit to Mr. Mutiu Agboke. I told him I want to help out in a PVC pickup drive. I haven't finished my proposal, but when it's finished, my dream hopefully is for him to approve it. I met with his whole crew, and then we can start, because there's 700,000 PVCs sitting in that office, and I saw them. Oyo State people will say, I'm going to vote. On election day, they'll show up there, no PVC. Emma Loleo, any PVC eligible. Kiletin Shelato Joy, Tewagba PVC Mama. Baba, Kiletin She, Ewa Fedibo Lojobu. One Jedibo now. Go to Eketi Loshe, the local government. She have change your address in Oyeketi She. I've told people this. If you have your address and you want to change it, get to your local government and do it. I live in Ibadan North. Okay, I wasn't living here before. I was living in Molete with my dad before. Now that I'm in Ibadan North, I couldn't vote for the local government election. I definitely had to change it for change of address. Okay, because I'm Kemi Olunloyo, I can easily walk into INEC instead of the local government office. I did. And I met some great people. They knew me from social media. Kazim, shout out to you. Kazim took it, the guy that does the address. He did it on the spot for me. Gave me a temporary PVC and said it'll be in by what, November? We're in December now. Some new PVCs came in, so mine should be in that batch. Are you ready to vote? When you're voting, vote for Sowore for president. Mark that part that says Omoyele Sowore, Sowore 2019. Take it back. Take back Nigeria. Enough is enough. We cannot keep recycling leaders like this, like that, like this. Kids, hello. How are you? I'm Kemi Olunloyo. I'm here to visit your school to tell you that you're the future of Nigeria, and tomorrow you are the future. No, I'm not going to schools to tell that lie. Teachers already told it for years. Teachers tell the kids you're tomorrow. You're the leader of tomorrow. No. I am not telling kids that they're the leader of Nigeria. When I go into the market, and I mean business, Yele, if you're watching, I told Yele I was going to do this video today. I spoke to Yele today on WhatsApp. And he said, oh, Sister Kemi, thank you so much for your support as always. I was about to board a plane on board on air somewhere. And I told him I'm going to do this video and I'll send it to him. But one thing that I told him is that my president is a journalist, and that's what it's going to be. We're going to change Africa to a land of 40-something-year-old president. Look at Abiy Ahmed in Ethiopia. I'm going to visit him. Look at Barrow, Adama Barrow, the former security guard at Tesco in Gambia. You know, look at the guy in Liberia, former soccer player. Everybody's young. Even Pakistan. We have a Bollywood star over there. Young people, please, don't bring back the recycled ones. Atiku has past financial improprieties, for God's sake. This Halliburton case, a whole U.S. president banned our vice president from entering the country. After that president was gone, Bush is long gone, Obama is gone, Trump is in, and you're banned for all these years, 13 years? Okay. I heard they now give Atiku a visa to travel. Oh, well and good. Oh, a lot of our people, they cannot travel without diplomatic passports. I'm sorry, people. I'm so hungry. It's crazy. It's been a very tough day for me. Diplomatic visas is what a lot of these people are traveling with. If I start to list the names of politicians that can't enter certain countries because they're still holding diplomatic visas and diplomatic passports, you'll be shocked. Many of them are supposed to have returned those passports. They haven't, because they can't enter these countries without those passports. In 2019, I hope to be on television more. I have my own YouTube. I'm opening my radio station. My Twitter is now subscription only. I'm sure some of you have seen that. If you want to follow me on Twitter at HNN Africa, you're paying me $20K. Everybody stop disrespecting me today when they notice that they have to pay $20K to enter. It's a protected Twitter account. Go look at it. You can't enter until you pay me $20K. Instagram at Kemi Olunlayo, premium content, 10K per year. That's how much you pay for the year. Yeah. If you don't pay, you don't follow me. Simple. That's what Americans do. Bloggers, celebrities, and all that. Everything's premium content. I've been giving you free information. You haven't been using it well. You've been disrespecting me, abusing me, everything. You call me all kinds of names. Now you got to pay to follow my stuff. Today, people were commenting on my Instagram. A page with 17,000. That's only 4 months old. It's getting 400 comments per thread. People are now appreciating Kemi Olunlayo. Sahara reporters, please take this video. You can edit it as you like. Especially that part where I was eating. I can't help that. We need to be very serious. What is happening, guys, is that our leaders have done some kind of conspiracy to make sure some candidates are not heard. They signed a bill called Not Too Young to Run, and now the young people are being cut off. So let's start that movement. Let's protest. I see people outside protesting, outside channels, outside Bond Station, everything. Not too young to debate, right? Not too young to debate. We don't want to hear from recycled leaders. I don't even want to hear Buhari and Atiku debate each other. They signed a peace accord, and Atiku didn't even show up at the peace accord. That's to tell you there's not going to be any peace. Obi Ezekwesili didn't show up. No peace. Yale was not even there, not invited. What kind of peace accord is that? You have all the popular candidates, they're not there. What is this? Our country is going down with LCFs, liars, cheats, and frauds. They're destabilizing you, the youth. Many youth are being arrested by SARS and saying that they are criminals, they're this, they're that. Show me your phone. Let me see what's in your phone. You have rights, guys. Nobody must touch your phone without a warrant and a reason. Second thing. EFCC is arresting a lot of young men, and they're calling them Yahoo boys. Yahoo boys. A lot of kids are in prison. I mean, Port Harcourt prison was full. You guys heard me when I talked at Sowore's Ibadan event, town hall meeting. Young men all over Nigerian prisons. Destabilized. They can't vote. Stay away from police. Stay away from Yahoo boys. Stay away from EFCC. Stay away from anything. Get your PVC and get ready to vote. It's a weapon. They cannot stop you. They tried to destabilize that young man, Deji Adeyanju. I don't care what anybody says. If Adeyanju was locked up in that prison for Christmas and they adjourned the case to January 19th or January something, he wouldn't be able to vote. They'll adjourn it again. We know the system. We know the fraudulent political establishment and how it works. Now, to finish my broadcast, I want you guys to share this broadcast. Click share everywhere. Share it to your Twitter. Share it to your Facebook. Share it everywhere. I'm not just fighting for Sowore, my candidate. I'm fighting for all the candidates who are excluded. What's the sense of paying millions for a form? Okay? My candidate paid millions for a form. You don't want them to debate. Sowore paid millions for a form. His credentials is on the wall up there at my local INEC office. Everything's set, and now he can't debate. All right, we're going to boycott your debate. We're not watching. We don't want to see anything any other candidate has to say. If our candidate is not on the air, simple. Nigerians, I love you. Thank you for believing in me. I am a political activist. Activist mode activated. I will continue speaking out. Everybody greeting me on this comments. I'm seeing your greetings. How are you all? Thank you. Many of you are coming in from the United States, Florida, Georgia. I'm seeing all kinds of states there. If you're in America, stay there. Don't come home. There's nothing for you here. Don't make the mistake I made. In 2006, my dad said, oh, come home. I came home. What happened to me? I left a year later. They tried to kill everybody in the TV station when the elections went wrong. I took my kids to Canada. Canada, I got into activism. Poked my nose into gun violence, and I did the right thing. One government deported me. Another one gave me money to go start a business or do something where I gave that money out to people. And look at me now. I'm still living in this one bedroom, whatever. No car. I take Taxify now. Better than the bike and Uber and... better than the bike and the micro taxis and all that. I still get around. Somebody said to me this morning, Auntie Kemi, you need to start a website like Linda KG, like somebody. I'm like, what? People are stupid, you know. I had a blog bigger than Linda KG's blog. It's not designed for Nigerians. It's designed for people abroad. Now they're saying I'm number 2 in the blogging market in Nigeria. Number 1, Uche, Bella Niger. Linda, number 3. I don't even have a blog yet. My blog is going to open this weekend. That's the blog story template. What I'm doing is microblogging on Twitter, gossip, and I'm also doing blogging on Instagram, Instablogging. So, thank you for the compliments. A lot of people say they like my voice. A lot of people say they like my look. There's a lot of stuff going on in Instagram. If you go to my Instagram at Kemi before midnight, I'll let you in free. No subscription, okay? The disrespect for me went down today drastically, 400%. When I told people they're going to start paying to follow me and see my content, people stopped disrespecting me because they don't want to pay. Well, I wish Yele good luck. Beyond the debate is a mandate that people want to show Nigerians. Yele has showed Nigerians many things in his town hall meetings, and he will continue to show Nigerians. Okay? He has done some wonderful radio interviews, television interviews. They know he has the edge against them, and that's why they're trying to shut him up. And they know he's going to debate them on the issues. Okay? And someone like me should be the one moderating the stupid debates. They will never put me up there because they know the kind of questions I'm going to pose to them. But I'm going to start my own debate and my own moderation on social media. Do you know what's worse than corruption? Tramadol is worse than terrorism. Say that after me. Tramadol is worse than terrorism. They have not even addressed that. And I'm a pharmacist sitting here, and I fought the same drug in America in 1997. 21 years later, they're sitting down. That is going to kill more Nigerians in 2019 than any form of terrorism. Tramadol. The drug that Camille Palmer and I called the FDA, Food and Drug Administration, United States, and said this drug is causing some kind of problem. People are wanting it more and more. Addiction. We violated our company rules and went at ourselves because the people, the customers, the patients were after us saying we weren't giving them their drug. This drug was getting too addictive. Look what we have. Right now, America is dealing with an opiate problem. Tramadol was taken out, rescheduled. Nigeria doesn't even schedule any drug. I am reaching out to Johnson & Johnson, McNeil, the people that made Tramadol. They made Tramadol. That's the brand name that came out first. And Tramadol is Tramadol. Today, Tramadol comes in different companies. I'm reaching out to the companies and I'm reaching out to the FDA to help us in this opiate crisis, because it is a crisis in Nigeria, and they're going to look at me and say, Kemi, your country doesn't even regulate pharmacy. NAFDAC is being rolled by all kinds of thieves. Look at all the stuff I exposed about NAFDAC. Remember? Guinness. All the expired malt hubs that they used to make your Malta Guinness. Who exposed that? Was me. Go read it in Wikipedia. Go to NAFDAC on Wikipedia and go to controversies. Everything in there, I'm behind it. Okay? They were paying bribes. Jonathan's NAFDAC director was receiving bribes. These are not allegations. These are proven, so that nobody will get a license to make gin. The local gin makers couldn't get licenses, so Heineken wanted all the licenses. So they paid, because they know Nigeria will take bribes and they'll get their business done. Foreign companies, Yele wants to crack up on them. Foreign investors stealing our money, Yele wants to crack up on them. Security, Yele wants to crack up on them. Education, those stealing our health money, Yele wants to crack up on them. They don't want him to talk. Corruption makes everything possible in Nigeria. That's what Jonathan just said now. Atfi Jonathan. Black. It's Heineken. Yeah. Go to, just go to NAFDAC on Wikipedia. Scroll down to controversies. I'm behind everything that happened there. Abdullahi versus Pfizer. Pfizer Pharmaceuticals. Go read that one too. The case of all the children that had polio and they were treated with Trovan and they all went disabled, crawling on the streets today. They were the babies of the polio era. That's $75 million that they gave us, that Yakubu Gowon and all of them settled with Pfizer. What happened to 65 million? 10 million is all the state got, Kano State. What happened to all the medical records? Wikipedia tells you right there. It disappeared. Every day I'm eating KFC. And that's not even an ad for it, because they annoyed me there today. I met manager. I'm very upset at you guys. That apology didn't sink in. On Saturday, KG and I went to the market. We bought F4. I showed how to make it on Instagram. Little F4 like this, like a flower that a bride is holding at a wedding. 150 naira. Stuff that was 20 naira. 150. You cut it, you boil it, and it looks peeling like this. Enough vegetables for one day. You can't buy meat, you can't buy chicken, you can't buy kwamo, you can't buy nothing in Nigeria. Everything is expensive. All our girls are out there on Allen Avenue prostituting with anybody and everybody. HIV, #1 in Rivers. 2, Benue. 3, Lagos. I want to tell President Buhari, who said he's confident of his victory. President Buhari, I don't think you're going to be Nigeria's president in 2019. Omoyele Sowore is going to win. I'm going to even be an INEC observer. We're going to make sure votes are counted right. President Buhari has all these events going on in the State House with only one microphone at the podium. I'm looking at one right now on TV. 2019 elections. Jide Kosoko is on TV and everybody from Nollywood. That right there is a scam. Shame on everybody in Nollywood for going up there and supporting the president for a second bid. President Buhari put rice and stew and jollof rice for you, and you all go there and you go support and recycle a leader because of money. Excuse me, didn't Jonathan do that? They went there and none of them even voted for him. They scammed Jonathan. President Buhari. You can't win a game. Nollywood, shame on you, big time, all of you. Anybody that went to that dinner, I'm going to rip you all up on a different whatever. I'm watching it right now on TVC. I love you, everybody. Thank you very much. Remember, I told you to share this video. Click share, okay? Click share. I've been through Nigeria's anarchy. I know. I've seen things inside that Port Harcourt prison that the government doesn't even want me to tell. I've told them I will tell it unless I see 5 billion inside my account. I told them that, yeah. I told the minister 5 billion naira alert. Then I wouldn't tell the story. If I don't see my 5 bill, it ain't blackmail. It's going to be all in my book. 5 billion is even small. 100 billion. We have oil. Look at Nollywood stars. Aki Popo and all of them supporting Buhari. Shame on all of you. Boycott all their movies. I'm not buying any movie. Anyone that went there, have your names. Nonsense. Okay. Thank you, everybody. Have a good evening. Join me on Instagram because I'm going there after I shower. I'm very tired. I've been very busy in the day. You know, I love you all. Stay tuned to everything I do. Click subscribe now. Okay? Have a good evening. Kemi Omoyele Sowore, December 13th, 2018. Merry Christmas, Happy New Year. I'll be back before then, of course. It's going to be a lot more YouTube now. A lot more. Thanks for watching.